Hello, Casey. Thank you for turning your camera on. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hello, Howard Hanna. This is Wendy Tumpa, coming to you from the education team out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I only see Casey's beautiful face. I wish I could see all of you because I don't really know if you guys are there or not. But anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you are living your best life and that the weather is beautiful wherever you may be this week, and that you are all well and healthy. It is past 11:30. We have 20 participants. And no camera or mic. You must be in the office then with those terrible computers with no cameras or mics. I am going to get started so that we do not keep you longer than necessary. Stephanie doesn't have a camera or mic either. Angela doesn't have a camera or mic. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Anyway, Casey's lucky. She has a camera and mic. Thanks, Casey. All right, everyone. Does anyone have any questions before we get started? I hope that you found that Buyside was pretty user-friendly. Yeah, Angela, that kind of would have been a little strange in the conference room. Almost like you'd be talking to yourself in there. People be wondering what you're doing. Any questions, go ahead, put them in the chat. We have Ms. Natalie on. Natalie's been on probably every single one of these with you. And of course, you all know Ms. Nita Everton. She is with us today as well. All right, everyone, this should look familiar. We are on our Go Hannah homepage, and we are gonna head into Buyside. Now, if it wasn't clear from the recording, quite frankly, I don't remember what I recorded a week ago. Buyside is going to take all of our internet data, all the internet data that Howard Hanna has across their website, across our internal programs from Realtor.com, multiple places, and we're going to put it in a user-friendly form for our agents so that they can win more listings, sell more sides of transactions, and make more compelling argument for why people should use Howard Hanna. It's also going to allow us to get leads as
she needs to bring my key back before she loses it.
Hi, Jean. You have a microphone. How are you today, Jean? Natalie, you got Jean? Everyone, that was Jean, Jean Wolf. I only know that because she's highlighted in green and I can see that. All right, so there is your dashboard of Buyside, everyone. As an agent, you will see your listings on the lower level. You will see your buyers on the upper level. You all went in here, and many of you probably went to your office listings in order to look at this. But your first homework assignment was to add a buyer. You can do that from two separate places, but when the agent goes in here, if the agent is using our programs such as Real Scout, Open to Close, Engage, those buyers should already be populated in here for them. And when they go to look at those buyers, it will tell them from which program they may have populated from. But to manually add a buyer, we have Add Buyer in the middle, and we have Add Buyer up at the top right. So easy to go in and add a buyer manually just by clicking Add Buyer. Of course, the agent is going to have a good, substantial conversation to know what the buyer's looking for. And when they go in to add the buyer, these are the options for them to create a search for what they're looking for. In southwestern Pennsylvania, I'm not sure about in the southeast or other areas, but most of our buyers are shopping by school district. So the school districts will mirror the school districts in your MLS, or the agent can choose areas or zip codes, and it will again mirror what is in their local MLS. Features, minimum number of bedrooms and bathrooms is always a basic requirement that you want to put in. Garage and parking, common in the Northeast to want a garage, so that may be a criteria that's important to a buyer. You're going to go ahead and put that in. I'm not going to go through the motions of adding a buyer because we've done that. You've seen that. I just want to draw your attention to a couple things here as they add buyers so that you're aware of them if need be when you help them out. The public comments. The public comments are going to be seen by listing agents. Public comments are going to help that listing agent know if this potential buyer is really a suitable match. So if I have a buyer who is willing to do some cosmetic work but no major repairs, I'm going to put that in there so that that listing agent knows whether my buyer is a good match for their listing. So whatever additional information can be put in the public comments, that's only going to make your buyer more robust in the system if you will give more information. Additionally, your agents may miss the show must likes and dislikes right here. Showing the must likes and dislikes will open up these three categories about the house, about the lot that the house is on, and about the community. So adding more musts or likes may tailor down the matches, but if you know that it is absolutely a deal breaker, then you can go ahead and add what that buyer wants or does not want in the home that they're looking for. Down here under financials, this is very important information, and the system is going to prompt the agent to put things in here if they skip it. So one of them is qualification. If they are not qualified, they are going to be less of a ready, willing, and able buyer. So most people are not going to look at them as a true buyer if they're not pre-qualified. If they're purchasing with cash, that's fine as well, and sometimes preferred for some listings because some listings will not qualify for certain loans. Okay, a minimum and a maximum price is going to be required. Purchase by date. The system wants this buyer to be ready, willing, and able within the next 90 days. If they are outside the 90 days, they're not going to be as robust as a buyer, won't have as many stars, and we'll show you that in just a second. You can see that these are bolded: qualification, minimum and maximum price, purchase by date, and type of buyer. These are going to be your star ratings. You can see that they're bolded. The system is probably going to prompt the agent to fill those in if at all possible. And then down here at the bottom, what type of financing are they using if they're using financing? Down at the bottom, buyer details, alerts, coming soon listings. Do you want those to go directly to your buyer without you knowing? Maybe, but most likely not. So most agents are probably just going to keep it at alert me as opposed to alerting the client. Agents like to be in control of the information that is going to their client. They can put their client information in here. No one else is going to see that but them. And then they're going to go ahead and add that buyer. So I'm going to go back to our dashboard and pull open a buyer. We're going to pull open this one, Heather Royer, and you can see that Heather has 4 stars. And what the star rating represents is they're represented by an agent, meaning they came into this system through an agent program, whether Real Scout, Open to Close, Engage. They're in here via an agent program, not just through perhaps like howardhanna.com where someone's out there searching, set up a search, but no agent is associated with them. The second star, that they have no contingencies, no home to sell. Okay, contingencies are important in the buying process. The third, they're pre-qualified, very important. And the fourth is that they are ready to move in those 90 days. So when the agent comes into Buyside, perhaps for the first time, and they see buyers have been populated in here from other programs, it is really important that they go in and they edit those buyers. So they can go ahead and click on their buyer, and they may edit in 2 different ways. They may edit a certain category by itself, such as the price range that the buyer is shopping in. Or they can go ahead and edit the entire profile, which will bring up all of the options for all the categories again. So 2 different ways to go ahead and edit their buyer. Now, when they go in and their buyer is there, they are going to see all of the Howard Hanna listings whether on the multi-list or not, that match their particular buyer. They can pull up the listing by hitting the MLS ID number, check that out, and then know whether that's a good potential match for their buyer. Now, as the listing agent wants to go in here and do the same thing. It's just going to be in the reverse. The agent's going to pull up their listing. Down at the bottom, they're going to see buyers that match, how closely they match. And then that listing agent can reach over here and reach out to the buyer's agent associated with that buyer ID number right here. Okay, so this particular listing is contingent. Obviously, I do not want my buyer to see this property because it's not available to them. But if it was active and not contingent, I could reach out to Michelle by sending an email and saying, I have a buyer that matches your property. Tell me more about the property. What is the seller looking for? Is it possible that we can go see it? Whatever it might be, start that communication with the listing agent. Or if I am the listing agent, going in here and looking for buyers for my property, I'm going to do the same thing to a buyer's agent, reaching out and letting them know I have a property that you have a buyer for according to the Buyside program. Any questions about adding a buyer, checking matches, making edits or changes? Probably not, because it's very intuitive. Okay. The next thing we're going to look at is the marketing suite. Okay, this is where your agents can generate leads if they're actually using the tool. So the first is the home valuation site. If I click the home valuation site, it's going to give me the option to provide an email signature or share on social media. This is actually the landing page. If I go ahead and check preview my site, this is the landing page that, whether through the email signature or social media share, that someone is going to come to. So how do I get the message out? How do I start generating leads? Well, first and foremost, simple email signature. I'm going to click the email signature, and I have two options, plain text and HTML. All I have to do is copy this right here, select and copy, and paste it into my Outlook email signature. Down at the bottom, I'm just going to copy the link and then insert the link into my email signature. You have already seen these, and you guys can put these in your email signatures as well. Hopefully you did that as practice, because you can start generating leads. You can be a real estate resource for the people that you know. So that's how they are easily going to start to generate leads with an email signature. The next option for generating leads is putting out posts on social media to the general public, to their sphere of influence, about getting a home valuation. So down here at the bottom, there's going to be 181 options for that agent. Most people aren't going to use all 181, but there's 181 different ways for them to get this message out and start to garner leads. So if I go ahead and click my Facebook, it's going to pop up. I'm already logged in, and it's going to generate a post automatically for me. I can type in a call to action of, the market's hot. Have you received a valuation of your home, or what your home may be worth in today's market, whatever it may be, but you want them to obviously put in a call to action to whomever they are targeting. Easy. In order to change this picture, go on Howard Hanna YouTube channel so that you can figure out how to help them with that, because this session is not about that, but it is possible for them to change that picture. And it is a tech tip on the Howard Hanna Education YouTube page. Are there any questions at this point, Natalie? Because I see things popping up that are actually in the chat.
Nope.
No, we're good.
They'll look good.
Good, easy peasy. All right. The next thing we're going to take a look at is my leads. So I've put that link out there on my email signature, or I've put a social media link out there, and any lead that I get, anyone that clicks on one of those, I am going to get an email directly to my Howard Hanna email, and all of those leads are going to populate into this dashboard. Okay, so some of these actually have been some of my new agents from Fast Start who have actually clicked the link in my signature and have gone in to check out the value of their own home. For instance, Lisa down here, she's a new agent. So she went in and clicked my link and checked out the value of her property, okay? She claimed her property, and she did not claim her property, otherwise her name would be here. So when they actually use the link, they don't actually have to provide information, but if they claim their property, then they do have to provide information. However, I still have who the owner is, and chances are it's most likely the owner who inquired. So I can start to reach out by mail to that particular person, or if I know who they are, they're part of my sphere, then I probably have their email, their cell phone number. I can start a conversation based upon the fact that they were curious. And curiosity is a good thing because we want them to be curious, we want them to be confused, and we want them to reach out to us, but we should be reaching out to them. If someone out of the area is checking the valuation of their home, that'll be here. So someone checked their home valuation out of California. I'm probably not going to prospect to them. I don't know them, and I don't know who I know that actually knows them either. But if there is someone from out of my immediate market area, it's going to show up under out of area, in case you were curious about what that was. Okay, so that is your home valuation. That's your dashboard. The agent should be checking that. They'll be prompted via email when someone actually makes a valuation attempt. Okay. We good there? The next item on our menu is BMA, stands for Buyer Market Analysis. Okay. So the agent may be going on a listing appointment. They may be pursuing an expired listing for sale by owner. Maybe they are canvassing their own neighborhood that they're farming, and they want to give every single neighbor a BMA. So a BMA is really easy. They're just going to go in here and put in whatever address they want. You all have practiced this. I'm going to make sure that I'm a little more specific because it'll put me in New York again. Simple address, hit the next step, verify the information. If they are going on appointment, hopefully they had a good conversation with the seller beforehand so that this information is not off when they go on the appointment. I'm just going to leave it alone, even though I know that the information is wrong for this example. And then I get to choose which 3 estimates I want in my report. And this is meant to confuse the person who is checking on the value of their home. We want them to reach out to the agent to seek further clarification if at all possible. So it's 3 automated valuation models. These programs are computer generated. No one has been in the house. If the agent wants to, they know the market really well, they can put their own low and high in as a range and change the data that's going to show up next. Based upon the number of buyers within the Howard Hanna systems, it's going to show me how many buyers that agents within Howard Hanna or the general public shopping potentially on howardhanna.com are looking for this property, this price range, this number of bedrooms and bathrooms. So 27 featured buyers. It's going to generate a nice PDF. Sometimes this takes upwards of a minute. So please be patient with that. Remind your agents to be patient. It's all going to depend upon their bandwidth, how many programs they got open, that kind of thing. But it's going to pull up a nice PDF report that will automatically download to the computer that they are using. I'm just going to pull it up because I want to go over the areas in the BMA so that you have an awareness of what those areas are, just in case you do get questions about what the areas mean if the agent hasn't gone through any of our trainings, so you can help them be able to understand so that they can explain it. Okay, so if I want to view the report, if you notice down here in the left-hand corner, it did automatically download to my computer as a PDF so that it can be emailed, it can be printed, it can be shared on a tablet at an appointment. You have your cover page, a little promotion about using Howard Hanna, a little marketing, the 3 real-time valuations with the range. If the agent put the range in, it would say Wendy's range right here. You saw that in the recorded example. Your heat map, that's like a meteorological map, where the more intense the color, the more intense the activity. So the very active, meaning a lot of buyers looking in that particular area, will be in the darkest color-coded parts of the map. And then this is where Howard Hanna can use all of that online data. Okay, so our network could be howardhanna.com, it could be realtor.com. So all of these buyers looking at Howard Hanna properties, then it narrows it right down to within a certain mileage. You cannot change the 5-mile radius. That has been a question in the past. That is a standard. It cannot be altered, even though some buyers, 5 miles is a different time zone, a different world. But within 5 miles, within the number of bedrooms, it narrows it down to 95. Then it's going to show that seller, that homeowner, what in particular buyers are looking for. The majority looking for 4+ bedrooms, the majority looking between 100 and 199 as far as price. That will help an agent perhaps with having pricing conversations. And then this is the wow factor that we want the agents to really show that potential seller, is that we have 27 potential buyers within Howard Hanna's programs, represented most likely by agents that are ready, willing, and able buyers and potential matches for their home. Okay, so that's your BMA. You are to do one of those, complete it, upload it, and I think that pretty much covers most of the homework. Any questions from anyone? Natalie, did we get all the homework?
You look good, and chat is still empty. So guys, oh, what one question. I looked up Buyside on my cell phone and the program looks a bit different. Are there any differences to know about on the mobile site?
Nope, it has all the same functions. It may just look different because it's a different platform, but it has all the same functions. Again, one of our easier programs to use, to explain, to understand. Nothing is hidden. And all it takes is minutes, mere minutes, to go in here and play around to figure out the actual program. Anything else? If not, we are good.
So I did this on my own address, and I noticed the graph showed that the majority of people are looking for studios. That is definitely not correct for this area. We don't have studios here, and the agents I've talked to say none of their buyers are looking.
In that instance, I would go ahead right down here in the bottom right corner, hit the chat, and communicate with one of the Buyside representatives about that. It could be a glitch in the system. And direct your agents to this chat if they're having trouble, if their listings aren't showing up. They are very responsive, the Buyside support staff, and they will actually continue to reach out to that agent until that agent responds or until whatever they inquired about is actually satisfied. They will not let it go. Anything else? We good? Everyone did their homework?
I think we're looking good. Chat says thank you, and no one's unmuted and popped a quick question. So I'll close this out. And as always, it will go up on YouTube in case you guys want to check this out later or show it to someone else.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Enjoy the beautiful fall weather, and I wish you well, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everyone.